Why calling a dog trainer can ruin your puppy's future. Now, if you're getting into any form of sport training, that is a completely different story. But if you're a regular pet owner, the short answer to that is because most behavioral specialists have stopped using operant conditioning working with dogs years ago. Dog trainers are the only ones still using research from the 1900s. Gone are the old days of performing animals kept hungry at circuses or SeaWorld because they're being used as performing monkeys. The focus of animal behavior today is cognitive learning. So what is cognitive learning? Cognitive learning is learning that takes place without a reward or training, but when something motivational presents itself, such as learning how to open a gate, how to not chase a squirrel, or my favorite example of all is when a friend of mine went unconscious on a nature trail, his dog took his shoe and started running up to people with it. When they went to go look for the owner, they found my friend just off the trail. His dog literally saved his life. The canine demonstrates the cognition to know what to do without practice, with zero training, without drilling, and without ever demonstrating it before. So in fact, they're observant and learn just like children without the owner even being aware of it. See, learning is not the same thing as training. It's like a hobo dog that never needed training to know how to be good in public and knows how to ignore dogs while it's with the owner without ever being trained to do so. It's an experienced old soul. It's like the old show, The Littlest Hobo.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road, that's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stop.
Or Lassie. People often use dog training to suppress and control a dog, and that makes it difficult. It makes it more difficult for them to pick up on new things because they don't often have the ability to make mistakes or observe them on their own. People often control a dog and overmanage because they're afraid that the dog will be in danger. Well, that makes total sense. But when that happens, training has to be maintained and always practiced like a drill for the rest of your dog's life. If you don't keep up on the training, your dog's going to regress. If that happens, the dog reverts to being more aloof and naive, making puppy-type mistakes. Because when it was a puppy, he never learned it on his own latently as he was growing. They got sidetracked by obedience commands. The puppy was never allowed to explore or express themselves as well as make mistakes because everything they do is controlled and managed. The goal is we want to raise a dog, not train a dog. Imagine a mother duck being followed by her babies, and one of them didn't pay attention to know how all the others got to the other side of the fence. The mother doesn't race back over to help. She helps, but she helps by staying nearby to let her baby know that she's safe, and she waits patiently for her to figure it out.
Oh, he didn't make it.
Then the baby focuses on her mother much better and ignores fatal distractions in the future. So how can we take that as an example? If we wanted to get a dog off leash without training, you teach the same lesson the same way as a puppy. You play hide and seek. You play chase, but you're the only one that runs away. They have to always chase you. Then, ta-da! Traditional training can't duplicate that. You have a hobo dog. A trained dog only comes when you call them, and it always has to be reinforced somehow. So when raising a puppy, we want to teach tasks that are symbiotic to us through daily interactions and chores, similar to a service dog that makes them feel happy, so they grow up doing things that helps them feel useful and appreciated. It's also important to note that puppies already influenced by toys, food, or early separation from their mother might need a bit of extra help. They may have missed out on learning about personal space and boundaries, but we can guide owners on how to teach these important lessons through what we call active learning. Not training, active learning. If you're about to welcome a new puppy into your home, I encourage you to schedule a free call with me. I'd love to help you create a plan for your puppy's first year in their environment. Feel free to reach out to me by visiting my website, tony-nila.com.
There's a voice keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be.